Hi, and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety TV Radio Talk Show. We are live right here at the Hacienda Del Rey on 2797 Maryland Parkway, and I'm here with Eloise Trebel. You know, we're always talking about WEMA and Women in Music and Arts. And of course, that's our organization, and you're a member of it. And we talk about how it's so important to support and mentor artists of all ages through education and mentorship. And you being an interior designer, you know how important that is, how very important that is.
That is really, really important, and it's important to bring everybody's creative juices aflow and get everything rolling. When you wake up first thing in the morning, we're our linen stores. So if you have a good night's rest, you can really get your juices going and know that you need to be creative and smile all day long.
And of course, a good night's sleep is important, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
And now, when you started out and got into interior designs, did you go to a school for that?
Yes. I went to an interior design school in Salt Lake City, Utah, and you have to be born creative in order to see what you're going to do in the future, but you know, you just I love to shop, so I was born to shop and go out to lunch and have fun, and that's what design work is all about.
Well, a lot of it's about picking out piece goods too, fabrics that are soft, and I know you told me that, you know, there is a special kind of fabric that you use in a lot of the high-end bedding that you use, that you promote.
Absolutely. It isn't the thread count that counts, it's the quality of that thread count.
Right.
And if you don't have the right thread count, most of the lower end bedding lines, and I won't mention names, but they use our garbage, as say. And so it's very important to have a good thread count and where that thread comes from.
Well, for all of our listeners out there, Louise Trebel has been involved in the interior design company, interiors for how many years?
You don't want to know that,
a few
but
years.
about 38 years.
38 years, and up in Salt Lake City.
In Salt Lake
and Park
City,
City
and
also.
Park City, Utah.
Yes.
Did a lot of famous people's homes up there, and I've done homes all over the world.
And now, when you go and you work with somebody and you work with a client, how important is it how do you know how to get their vision in of what it is that they want to have in their home?
Well, I've done houses where the people just bring their toothbrush and turn me loose, and I do the whole thing, but I just know I have to have a feel for their style.
Yeah.
And also, it's important to go into their homes and find their treasures. And when you find their treasures, you usually find out their taste of furniture.
Well, what if you go into a place and they've got a mishmash, I can't even say that, of all kinds of different styles? I mean, does that make a difference? Or how do you incorporate, especially if they have specialty items, you know, things that are, you know,
that's more of a
keep.
neoclassic look, and you try and incorporate a neoclassic look, which is a little bit of everything, and you have to get rid of the clutter. And so that's my big thing, is make it simple and make it so that they love their house for the rest of their life.
So a lot of times I heard that they take things that people have collected over the years and they'll put them into some kind of a thing. Like if they're little tchotchkes or something, they can put them on the wall in frames or in little shadow boxes, right?
And
so
that's what I would do, is I would pick out what pieces they can use and what they can't. And then you just have to convince them to box up the rest and get rid of the clutter.
Yeah.
And that's what makes a beautiful home and a home that they can live in.
Right, right. So education is important.
Education's real important, and to know your lines.
Yes.
To know what you're going to sell, and also have a specialty lines. Work those lines, sell those lines, and I've designed furniture for a lot of companies. And when you're designing the furniture, you have to have it livable.
Okay, and then you're getting ready to work with somebody here in town at the World Market Center too.
Yes.
A high-end. It's also a high-end bedding company.
Argo Mattresses is going to incorporate, we hope, with us with Cloud 9 which is a very, very high-end bedding company and comforters of all kinds and pillows. Unbelievable. Real high-end. I don't think there is a company that's any higher end and has the experience that Cloud9 has.
So what brought you to Las Vegas?
I have 3 boys here, and I love it here, and I love the climate, and I love the entertainment here, and also all the World Market Center is here, is unbelievable. So you're just minutes away from everything you want to do.
Now I understand that you have a son that's a doctor, a son that's a model, and a son that's in finance.
Yes.
But you also have a daughter that's in interiors too, so she followed in your steps.
Yes, she does. And she has 3 daughters, and my one son has 1 son and 1 on the way, and the other model and musical son has 1 son also.
That's right. He's a songwriter, and I've heard his music. It's absolutely wonderful. Yes, and it's great how there again these talents that you've had have been passed on to him too. He's a model, but he's also a singer and he's a songwriter, and his looks are very different and very diversified in a lot of the magazines.
Yes, he's very European looking and has done a lot of high-end modeling for all different companies, for Chrome Hearts, for Collins Jeans. He's done campaigns and very artistic.
And he's also involved in, I know he's not here on the show with us today, Colt, but he's also been involved in a campaign for, that's a charity, right? A charitable thing.
Yes, he's done a lot of that. And my son Cord has also done for women and healthcare of Nevada for all. He has a nonprofit organization and is just unbelievable doctor.
Right. I know he, Cord Strebel, who is a gynecologist here in town, he does, his nonprofit is called what? What is his nonprofit called? Do you remember?
Dr. Vegas?
No, his nonprofit organization.
Profit organization is I can't think of it off.
Well, it's Dr. Cord Strebel, and I know if you Google him or you look him up on website, he does services for women that are cannot afford certain services, and he makes it possible for them to get those services that they need.
Yes, right. and there are so many people out there that need health care that can't afford to get it, and he is making sure that you can.
Right. Well, we've got a big event coming up too that I want to talk about, and it's a WEMA. It's WEMA proudly presents a Black Tie Affair, and this is August the 17th. It's an evening of opera and art under the stars, and it's hosted by Sandy Kastel, founder of WEMA, that's me. And we're going to have, it's also directed by Michael Leonetti, who is the producer of this show. And the Master of Ceremonies is going to be Mark Thompson. And he's a wonderful opera singer himself, but he's brought a wonderful group of opera singers together for this event, and he sent me the program. It's going to be amazing, and we're going to have art there for sale, and we're going to have some auctions and silent auctions, and it's a Black Tie Affair under the stars. So that's August 17th, and if you want to get some tickets, the tickets are only $25, and it'll be that includes all the wine and cheeses from around the world that you can drink and eat that evening and enjoy the art and the lovely music. So you can just contact me at sandycastel@gmail.com, or you can call us at 702-240-2930. That's 702-240-2930 to get tickets for the WEMA, an evening of opera and art under the stars with WEMA. If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends, and we are live here at Hacienda del Rey at 2797 South Maryland Parkway, and that's just north of Desert Inn. So we'll be right back after a message from one of our sponsors. Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends, and we are live here at Hacienda del Rey at 2797 South Maryland Parkway, just west of Desert Inn. I'm sitting here now with Randy Williams. Hi, Randy, how are you?
Great.
You know, I first met you at the Tap House, and you know, we were just sitting there listening to all the different performers that come up at the Tap House, which is over on West Charleston. And you got up there and you sang a song, and it was absolutely beautiful. And we were all like, oh my gosh, who is this guy? Where's he been? Where's he been hiding? So I know you have a story to tell. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your history and how you ended up in Las Vegas here with us today?
Well, I took some time off after the loss of my wife back in 1998.
Okay.
Was from a medical mistake.
I'm
after
sorry to
we
hear
got her
that. Sorry for
completely
you.
cured of what was considered terminal inoperable cancer. And but she was totally cancer-free in 5.5 months.
Wow.
Because we got advanced technology that is really cutting edge and is on the horizon right now. Fantastic stuff. But unfortunately, she passed away because of a medical mistake that took place after she was completely cured.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. To go through all of that and then have that happen, that must have been devastating for you.
Yeah.
Now, were you living in Las Vegas at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then what happened after that?
Ooh, well, I just kind of took some time off, and I basically said to God, please give me something worth doing, or get me off the planet.
So God was listening.
And God was listening.
That's
and,
right.
So all kinds of things have been unfolding since then.
So had you been singing your entire life before this happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And when did you start singing?
Wow. Well, I first of all, I've been singing since I was 4 years old. I had my first stage appearance at the age of 4. Essentially, I went to, after being in all kinds of music ensembles in high school and getting into college, I went to Cincinnati Conservatory of Music. I was a voice and musical theater double major.
Okay.
And then after that, I headed for, basically for the executive turntable of the music business.
The executive turntable.
Los
Now,
Angeles,
what does that mean?
California. Those are the people who make the decisions on who gets signed and who goes where and all of that
Right,
stuff.
right.
So by the early 80s, I was on MTV with my own band
Okay.
called
What was
The
the name?
Toys.
The Toys?
Yes, very obscure. If you can find our video, which was called Write a Letter,
Uh-huh.
you've got a really rare artifact.
Write a letter. Okay,
Write
I'm
a
going to look that
Letter
up.
by The Toys.
By the Toys.
I was the lead singer for The Toys in 1980, the very first year of MTV.
Oh my gosh, I just moved to LA then too.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was there.
Wow.
So then how?
Wasn't not that long after video killed the radio star.
Yeah, I know.
There was a Bob Marley MTV special. Was the very first MTV special, and then our video debuted and played every 90 minutes.
Oh my
for
gosh.
2 solid months.
So you were a household name.
I was a household name for 2
Wow.
months on MTV.
How many people were in the band?
5 altogether.
Yeah. So
Keyboards, bass, guitar,
and you say
drums,
obscure. What do you mean
and then I
obscure?
Well, because we were, in the category of the one-hit wonder.
Oh, okay. but what style? I mean, was it alternative?
Power
or-
pop.
Oh, power pop.
Power pop.
Now wait a minute. There's a lot of people that say pop is not even a genre. Okay, so now you've got power pop.
Power pop.
Okay, why was it power pop?
Imagine taking groups like Journey
Uh-huh.
and the Cars and the Tubes
Okay,
and
putting it all together.
moshing that all together and making that into like one kind of musical entity.
So did you play a lot of power chords and
We did a lot of jumping around on stage.
Yeah.
I did all kinds of jump splits across the stage, and we wore Formula One race car driver outfits.
Why?
And SWAT team hats and aviator sunglasses.
Where did you get these ideas from? I mean, should I ask?
It was back in the day when everybody was like dressing alike and hailing back to that Mercy Beat retro English British invasion.
Oh yeah.
Music explosion of the 60s and 70s and hailing back to that and just bringing out the new and improved and advanced version of all of that.
Okay, so what
progressive music.
So what happened then with that video that was playing every 90 minutes?
Well, that's a good question. We still don't know what happened to the original video.
You don't?
Because MTV had a fire. I lost track of the producer and have not been able to find him I don't even know the gentleman's name today.
You don't remember the name?
I have
Wow.
lost all that information.
Yeah.
I went through a really disastrous situation about a year ago and lost all of my archives, lost all of my back demos and songwriting projects and all of that kind of stuff.
Well, so now after.
So I've had to really start over from scratch.
Well, and you started over, going to the tap house, right? What got you into the tap house? You said you asked God, give me something to do. How did he lead you to the tap house?
That's a good question. I was running around doing open mics at places like the Island Grill over here. Lots of different places in town where we were just going and jamming with musicians, and I was just kind of making a name for myself, just as a local up-and-coming, want to do something, want to get something happening kind of guy.
Right.
And putting a band together.
Yeah. And you kind of found a home over at the tap house.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Mark Love, I ran into Mark Love.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned a couple of friends of his. He happens to be into something which is called Reiki, which is a healing
Reiki work,
a
yes.
healing science.
Or right. Yeah.
And got me interested in that and in meeting the people who taught it.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing that, and then he said, hey, you ought to come over to this place called the Tap House, where all these people are just coming in and from all kinds of different shows, and there's just tons of musicians, and everybody's great, and it's a terrific audience, and you'll just have a ball.
Now, I see that Eloise is sitting here. She wants to ask you a question. I know she does.
You are just unbelievable.
Oh, thank you.
Talented beyond belief, and
Thank
the tap
you.
house, you bring it to life.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
Just
See?
unbelievable.
I know you have a lot of fans over there, Randy. I do.
It's just so much fun.
And now
wanna
you're
hear
even
him
singing it.
sing.
You're even singing at the foundation
do.
room now with the LJ Harness and the
That's
Las
right.
Vegas Underground.
That's right.
Because they're doing a show there once a month, which is I think it's the third Thursday of every month now.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think it's this Thursday.
it is this Thursday,
Yeah.
and Steve Hart, a few months ago decided to put something like that together. He said, I've really been wanting to bring, some music here into the foundation room.
Yeah.
And he's the one that put that all together, brought LJ over there, and now you're going to be singing there this Thursday.
That's right.
All right. Well,
right.
so why don't we have you sing a song for us?
Okay.
How's that? Would you like to
Sure,
do that?
sure.
All right. Well, while you're getting ready, I'll let the microphones are right over there. And then I just want to talk a little bit about WEMA, Women in Music and Arts. We are women in literary, visual, and performing arts. And Eloise is one of our members. And what we do is we have different events throughout the year. We have songwriter showcases. We have mixers. Sometimes last year they were every month. Now we've been doing them periodically. But we also have fundraisers, and we've got a big fundraiser coming up August 17th, and it's Opera Under the Stars, an evening of opera and art under the stars. And what we're going to have is Mark Thompson has put together a wonderful group of musicians and performers. We're going to have a string quartet, and we're going to have all of these beautiful singers that are going to be performing for us under the stars. And Michael Leonetti is directing that production. And we've got cheeses from around the world and wines, and that is all included in the $25 per person price, which is a wonderful price, I think, for all this that they're going to get.
And the ladies can bring out their formals.
That's
and
right.
Their high heels.
And the men can
the
put on their
guys can put
tuxes,
their tuxes and
dust them off, and
or their comfort suits or whatever they would like. It'll be unbelievable.
That's right.
They can also wear tuxedo jackets and Levi's and cowboy boots.
Oh, there you go. See, and so I know a lot of our friends are going to be there.
Yeah.
So if you need to get tickets, just give me a call at 702-240-2930. That's 702-240-2930, or contact me at sandykastel@gmail.com. That's SANDYKASTEL@gmail.com. Now we are going to listen to Randy Williams. And Randy, what's the song you're going to be performing for us today?
I'm going to do a song that Daryl Hall made a hit out of way back when.
Okay.
It's his very first hit single with Hall & Oates. It's called Sarah Smile.
Okay, here we are. Randy Williams.
baby hair with a woman's eyes. I can feel you're watching in the night. All alone with me now, we're waiting for the sunlight. When I feel cold, you warm me. And when I feel I can't go on, you come and hold me. It's you and me forever. Sarah, smile. Won't you smile a while for me, Sarah? If you feel like leaving, you know you can go, but why don't you stay until tomorrow? If you want to be free, you know, all you got to do is say so. And when you feel cold, I warm you. And when you feel you can't go on, I'll come and hold you. It's you and me forever. Sarah, smile. Won't you smile a while for me, Sarah? Sarah, smile. Won't you smile for a while, Sarah? Won't you smile a while for me, Sarah? Oh, smile a while. Won't you laugh now, Sarah? Over here and make me feel like I'm bad now, keeping me crazy, crazy. Smile a while. Oh, smile.
Woo, that was great, Randy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank
do,
you.
do you have another song you're going to... Oh, would you like to sing another song? This one?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's the name of this song?
This is Open Arms.
Here we
by
go.
Journey. Lying beside you, here in the dark, feeling your heartbeat with mine. Softly you whisper, you're so sincere. How could our love be so blind? We sailed on together, adrift and apart, and here you are by my side. So now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you see what your love means to me. Open arms. Living without you, living alone, this empty house feels so cold. Wanting to hold
Thank you. Whoa, that was beautiful,
Thank you.
Randy.
Thank you.
And we are live at the Hacienda Del Rey at 2797 South Maryland Parkway, just north of Desert Inn. I'm sitting here now with a wonderful guy, a wonderful gentleman here, who several years ago decided, after being very popular with his own show that he was doing here in Las Vegas, he decided that the impersonation thing was really going big, and he decided to pick one of his favorite artists that he really believed in, and he decided to start singing his songs. And my guest is Rob Garrett. Hi, Rob. How are you?
Sandy, how are you?
Good. And the celebrity that he decided to pay tribute to is Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for 18 years now.
18? Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
More than just a few years ago. It was
A few years ago.
95. I started in 95. Yeah.
Well, you know, when you get over a certain age, then
Yeah,
everything
that's
is a
right,
few
that's
years
true.
ago.
I'm-
You know, we don't want to say,
I'm
well, it
with
was
you.
38 years ago.
I'm
You know.
with you on that, yeah.
So, Rob, how did you end up in Las Vegas, first of all?
Well, actually, Vegas, I moved with my parents from New York City in 1974, so I've been living here 39 years.
Did you go to school here then?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, which one?
I went to Western High School.
I went to Rancho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, we were rivals.
So you've been here a while, too?
A little while, yeah. 1963, I beat you.
Wow.
I was a 2, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. So how did you get involved singing to begin with? I mean, what was your inspiration? Was there, obviously, maybe back then when you were little, it wasn't Neil Diamond,
No, it
but
wasn't.
who was it?
It wasn't. I thought, you know, as most kids, you want to be a rock star and so forth.
Uh-huh.
And coming out to Vegas, you're consumed by entertainment.
Yes.
And I started my own band at a young age here in town, and like everybody else, start in the garage and work your way up maybe to a bar and then to a club, and we ended up playing pretty much every casino lounge in this town.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And you built up quite a reputation too. You were very popular.
Yeah, we had a very loyal following,
Yes.
and you know, what more could we ask for? We were
Right.
very lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
So then you started doing Neil Diamond, and now you have you have some big shows coming up.
Big shows.
Yeah.
Can I say?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, we
Please,
got-
that's what we're here for.
Oh, thank you. I've got a Santa Fe station on July 6th in the Chrome showroom.
Yes.
And I actually opened that room, but I haven't been back there for about 8 years, so
Oh,
I get to go
okay.
back. And then we're doing our annual Hot August Night show on August 17th at the Cannery in that big room.
Now, how many performers are going to be there? Is that all you?
Yeah, it's just me.
It's all you?
Yeah, it's just
Oh
me.
my
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
that's good at the
With
Cannery Room.
With
yeah.
an 8-piece band.
Yeah.
And then we have Starbright Theater on September 7th and 8th in Sun City, Summerlin.
And that's a wonderful showroom too. I love that
Beautiful.
showroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a theater.
It is a theater.
really is, yeah.
300-seat theater, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you collaborate with a lot of people?
As far as
being a performer, do you write? Do you do any of that?
Well, unfortunately, the one thing I cannot emulate
Is his
as Neil Diamond is the writing he does.
Yeah.
It's not something that ever caught on with me. I'm ashamed. But
No,
I
you don't
play
have to
guitar-
be
I
ashamed.
play
You're paying
guitar.
tribute to him.
Yeah, and I play guitar,
Yeah.
but I can't. I'm not a writer.
No,
by
you're not a
means.
writer.
Yeah.
Well, I've run into him a couple of times back in Nashville. You know, he loves Nashville.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
and he actually recorded a country album there.
Yeah, in fact, he'll surprise everyone, and he'll show up, you know, at like these little places, you know, little dive bars, you know, but they're writers' clubs, you know, or we'll have writers' nights and stuff. And then you'll notice that he'll be they'll say, I think Neil Diamond's going to be here tonight. Neil Diamond's going to be here tonight.
He's a
you know?
very.
He comes incognito.
Quiet, yeah, very quiet.
He
man,
is, yeah.
private man,
And he'll come and he'll sit at the back of the room, you know, while these writers are up there performing their songs and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And he's very, you know, inspirational to all of them. Yeah.
He is an amazing talent. He's
Yeah.
still going. 72 years old. He's still going.
Is he
strong.
72 already?
He
Oh my
is,
gosh.
he is.
So tell us, but you do collaborate with others because you have musicians.
Yes.
You
of
have an
course.
8-piece band.
Yes.
And what does that consist of?
2 keyboard players, 2 girl backup singers, guitar, bass, and drums. I think I covered it all.
Now, why do you use 2? I know why, but why don't you tell our listening audience why you use 2 keyboard players?
Because rather than having horns or strings and so forth, we have one keyboard player that's just playing piano and or organ, and then the other keyboardist doing all the orchestration. And as you know, on Neil Diamond songs, there's quite a bit of orchestration,
Quite
especially
a bit.
strings.
Yeah,
yes.
a lot of strings, yeah.
Mhm.
And okay, so you started out doing that 18 years ago.
18.
And then tell us, what's been the funniest experience that you've ever had as performing as Neil Diamond?
Okay, the funniest experience I ever had was I actually was chosen to open Conseco Fieldhouse in Indiana when it was first opening up, and that was because Neil Diamond was one of the real Neil
Right.
Diamond was one. So they told me I had to sing the national anthem to open up the place. It was
That's
VIP
huge.
Yeah, it was huge. It was thousands and thousands of people. And the funniest thing was and I didn't know this, they introduced me, ladies and gentlemen, Neil Diamond. And I went out there and sang the national anthem, and I turned around to go back, and there was a huge line,
Oh,
like
my
hundreds
gosh.
of people just waiting in line to say hello or get an autograph, and people were coming up to me and saying, "We have all your albums," and I didn't know what to say. I didn't know whether to break their hearts. So there were so many of them. I was just saying, "Well, thank you, thank you."
Thank you for Neil.
Yeah, thank
you for
you.
Neil. Now, Eloise, you're sitting over there and you're being very patient, very patient. And I know you've been wanting to ask him a question.
Oh, the question is.
Go ahead and speak right in that
We've
microphone,
all
yeah.
got to go to the tap house and watch you tomorrow because you
Foundation
are,
room.
You're going to do. You just told me you were going to lead there
Tomorrow, the foundation room.
at the foundation room.
Foundation room. Yeah, I'm part of that lineup, and I'm looking forward to that.
The
All my
lineup.
friends are in it. So.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
everybody will be there. Well, we'll be there.
And it's my first time because the first two times that Vegas Underground did the foundation room, I was on the road. So they get to break me in this time.
Oh my gosh, well that'll be good. And you're going to kick it off?
No, I'm
Oh.
somewhere in the second set.
The second set.
The second set, yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere in the second
Well, you never know. Neil Diamond might be sitting in the back somewhere.
I'm always
So you better
prepared.
do a good job.
Yeah, I'm trying.
All right, so we
Can't
want
tell them apart.
No, I guess. So where can people find out about you? You have a website.
I do have a website, several ways to get to it. I guess the easiest to remember is www.neildiamondclone.com.
Okay, neildiamondclone.com. Okay, and while you're getting ready, we're going to have you sing a song. What is the song you're going to sing for
Well,
us?
you know, we're approaching our country's birthday.
I know,
so-
July 4th.
So that we're going to do something patriotic.
Okay,
you know.
good.
I kind of gave it away there. I think everybody knows.
I
what's
think
up.
they all know.
Yeah.
But you know what? We can't say enough about being patriotic in this country.
Absolutely.
I mean, we are so fortunate here in America that we
Very
have
fortunate.
this kind of country. And I know no matter what is going on in the world, I mean, we still can say we're Americans and we're proud of it. So, and by singing these songs, you are just reiterating that fact over and over and following in Neil Diamond's footsteps
What a
by
great-
sharing that
what a great song this
message
is, too.
with everyone. So while you're getting set up, Rob Garrett's going to be singing for us. And I just want to say again, we've got tickets for anybody that comes down to Hacienda Del Rey, Hacienda Del Rey here at 2797 South Maryland Parkway. We have free tickets to give you, and we've got free tickets to the Laugh Factory, which is over at the Tropicana nightly from 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. And we have free tickets for the Beatles show, which is over at Planet Hollywood. So anyone who comes here to the Hacienda Del Rey will get free tickets. They have to come in and have lunch or dinner and join us. They can join us here at lunch at Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety TV Radio Talk Show also, which is every Wednesday from 12 to 1:30 p.m. So come on in, get your free tickets, and come and have a fabulous meal. And a little bit later on, we're going to be talking with the chef, and we're going to be having a special meal that he's going to prepare for our guests here. So you can't run away, Rob, afterwards after you sing, because you're going to get a great meal. Okay, Rob, without further ado, we're going to have Rob Garrett, and he is the Neil Diamond. He's pays tribute to Neil Diamond, and he's going to sing this beautiful song for us. Very patriotic. So we're all going to be standing up to this song, I'm sure.
Here we go. Far, we've been traveling far without a home, but not without a star. Only want to be free. We huddle close, hang on to a dream. On the boats and on the planes, they coming to America, never looking back again. They coming to America. Oh, lit like today, the eye of a storm, the eye of a storm. Oh, to a new and a shining place, make our bed and we'll say our grace. Freedom's light burning warm, freedom's light burning warm. Everywhere around the world, they're coming to America. Every time that flag's unfurled, they're coming to America. Got a dream to take them there. They're coming to America. Got a dream they've got to share. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America today. 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 Our country is a big, sweet land of liberty, of the ice sea, of the ice sea. Today, 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 today.
Woo! Rob Garrett, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, or otherwise known as Neil Diamond Clone. Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety TV Radio Talk Show. We are here live at the Hacienda del Rey restaurant. It is a fabulous restaurant. You must join us here at 2797 South Maryland Parkway, just north of Desert Inn. Well, I've got, who is this? David DeCosta here with me. How are you, David?
I'm very good. It's
Good.
a pleasure to be here.
I just saw you last night. You were here with us singing with Michael Leonetti and myself up here on this stage.
Yeah, we had a great time.
We did. And I met you, several months ago, and I've been following you around. I went to the cigar bar with Eloise to
I
see
know.
you.
Absolutely.
I was
we
kind of
follow.
worried about that, you know. I said,
Yeah, about going to the cigar bar, so was I. It was kind of smoky in there.
Are you kidding? It's definitely a smoky place, but it's right now in the summertime. It's very ventilated. So
They
we
get to
can-
open the doors,
Exactly.
yes.
So it's bearable.
But that just goes to show our dedication to coming in and listening to you because you were so fabulous.
Well, the
Yes, yes.
pleasure's mine. Thank
Yeah.
you. When you guys come in, I have incentive to sing. So.
Well, especially Eloise, she's so beautiful, and I know that she's an inspiration to any man that's up there singing on stage.
Oh,
you know?
definitely.
Yes.
I've had the opportunity to croon to her before.
Just like Frank
And he does
Sinatra
a
used to
great
croon.
job. Oh,
Yes, he did, didn't he, Eloise?
yeah.
Now, I know Eloise wants to start and ask you the first question.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Go ahead, Eloise.
It's
What-
not truth or dare, is it?
What? No. What made you pick the vocalist that you sing to, and your father is unbelievable with you?
Well, that's a really it's a long story, but I'll make it really quick. My dad was working for Jilly Rizzo at the time, and I was doing a couple of different jobs around Chicago, and I used to occasionally come in and sing a couple of Sinatra songs. And my dad called me up one day, and he says, "Do you want to work with us at Jilly's?" And I said, "Doing what?" And he says, "Singing." I says, "Really?" He says, "Yeah, well, you got 2 weeks to learn 25 Sinatra songs."
Oh, my gosh.
You know. No, but I've always loved Sinatra. It's been a part of my home, and you know, definitely there's you know, been people like Sinatra and Dean Martin, Tony Bennett, Jack Jones, a lot of the great singers, you
Right.
know, that I'm used to hearing. So
Yeah. Well, I started out singing with 8 Frank Sinatra records, so I'm right behind you.
Well, my dad
Yeah.
always said, if you want to learn the song the right way, listen to Frank, because he was very true to the writer and the melody.
Right. You know, he also had a wonderful breathing technique, which not too many people think about. but
Circular breathing.
Circular
yeah.
breathing.
I wish I had it.
That's
definitely.
right. I can still not figure it out. But I know you've been singing for a lot of years.
Yes, I've been doing. I've been singing for about 13 years now. I had about a 5 year run at Jilly's. Then I went to the Fountain Blue in Miami, and then I joined a couple of different Rat Pack shows. The Rat Pack is back, and Sandy Hackett's Rat Pack.
Oh yeah, Sandy Hackett.
And on a lot of touring, and then I just decided, the touring became intense,
Yes.
and I decided to kind of take off this year and go back to my root and doing a lot of the lounges.
Right.
I'm at the Italian American Club on Wednesday, either or Thursday or Friday, so
Yeah, that's
call
a nice-
and check the calendar.
And they've totally refurbished the Italian American Club. It's so nice in there
It's really
now.
nice, and
yeah.
I have to say the food is excellent
Yeah.
as well.
And they're bringing a lot of musicians and singers in there.
Definitely,
so
there's a lot of entertainment.
supporting
going
the
on.
entertainers. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, do you have a website?
Yeah, I'm still under witness protection. So no, it's not.
Okay, well, we've got to get you up to sing. So while you're going up there, it's right over there. There's the microphone. And what song are you going to sing for us today?
Well, it is a little bit early, but it's called. I had the opportunity to watch Pale Joey last night, and
One of the
he-
favorite Sinatra shows.
yes, and he sang this song, so I'll give it a shot.
Okay, great. So if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends, and we are here at the Hacienda del Rey on 2797 South Maryland Parkway, just north of Desert Inn, and we're here every Wednesday, at least for the next 6 weeks. We're going to be here, right, Eloise?
Yes,
I know.
absolutely.
And
Wonderful restaurant.
Eloise is we hear a member of WEMA, Women in Music and Arts. We have some tickets for sale here for August the 17th, an event that we're having coming up. It's called An Evening of Opera and Art Under the Stars. You can get those tickets from me. We also have some free tickets for everyone who comes in and has lunch or dinner with us here at Hacienda del Rey. All right, David DaCosta, he's going to be singing Lady is a Tramp. Hey, hey.
The Champ. That'll knock you off your feet. She gets hungry for dinner at 8. She loves the theater and never comes late. She never bothers with a bum she'd hate. That's why the lady is a champ. She doesn't like dice games with barons or earls. Won't go to Harlem dressed in diamonds or pearls. She won't dish the dirt like the rest of the girls. That is why the lady is a champ. She loves the free time, wind in her hair, life's without care. She's broke, that's okay. Hates California, it's cold and it's damp. That's why the lady, she's a champ. She gets much too hungry to stick around for dinner at 8. She adores the theater, however doesn't get there late. She never bothers with an idiot she'd hate. That is why the lady is a champ. She doesn't dig crap games with sharpies or frauds. Never makes a trip up to Harlem in a Lincoln or Ford. She won't dish the dirt like the rest of the broad. Obviously, that's why she's a champ. She digs the free fine, wild knockdown, groovy wind in her beautiful blonde hair.
life's without a care. She's broke, hates California, it's cold and it's damp. That's why the lady, that's why the lady, that's why she is a champ.
Woo! David DeCosta.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is
Pleasure.
Sandy Kastel and Friends signing off for this week, and we'll be back next week here at Hacienda del Rey. So we'll see you next week. Bye. Hi, this is Sandy Kastel with Sandy Kastel and Friends, and we are here at the Hacienda del Rey on 2797 South Maryland Parkway, just north of Desert Inn. And I'm here with Fernando Garcia. How are you?
I'm fine, Sandy. Nice having you here.
Well, it's good to be here. We have our show here every Wednesday now, and we have a special meal that you've prepared here today. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Absolutely. That's one of our specialties that's been around restaurants for 40 years. And that's a simple combination, and it's very tasteful. Here is, you can see it, and I can tell you how it was done. It's made with a breast of chicken, and then after that, they put some cheese, jack cheese, and then they do some zucchini and some pico de gallo and some mushrooms. They saute all that together, and when the chicken is cooked, then they put it on top, and that's the result. This is our first experience in Las Vegas, and we want everybody to know that we're here and we have a different type of food. It's very simple, tasty Mexican food that has been around in our restaurants for 40 plus years.
40 years, and as you said, you have a couple of restaurants out in Los Angeles area.
That is correct. We have one in Westchester and one in Playa del Rey, and also another one in Inglewood.
Well, that's wonderful, and this is our specialty dish that's going to be served to our guests that were on the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety TV radio talk show today. I got to tell you, Hacienda del Rey is the place to come and have a wonderful meal and have great margaritas and have great people. You feel like a family here. I mean, everybody takes such good care of you, and that's why we're here with Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety TV radio and talk show every Wednesday from 12 to 1:30. So come on out and join us. Get some free tickets to go see some shows at the Planet Hollywood and the Hilton Hotel. And I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here at Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety TV radio talk show. Produced and directed by Michael Leonetti. We are here at Hacienda del Rey every Wednesday from 12 to 1:30. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.